to the people of this country. And one of the first legacies left by the President was the creation of the Department of Migrant Workers. The second legacy left by the President Duterte, was the creation of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region of Costa Rica. There are things that I could say about the case of the President, I just would like to say that in the future, in the near future, we can bring the President to the country because the International Criminal Court of Justice has no jurisdiction on the cases that were filed against him. Even the People's Republic of China had said that the ICC should concentrate on its secondary jurisdiction because it has no primary jurisdiction over all the cases that were filed against President Rodrigo Rua Duterte. Now, insofar as the legacy that was left by the President, it was in the Western Bonifacio, in front of the old post office in May of 2016, when the President had promised to the people of this country that he would create the Department of Migrant Workers, and that was in May 2016. So in December of 2021, the President had signed into law the Department of Migrant Workers. And my friends, as far as the love of the President to the overseas Filipino workers in this country, it was manifested several times. There was a time when there were more than 11,000 stranded Filipino workers in Saudi Arabia. And the President sent a complete delegation to Saudi Arabia to solve the problem. There was a time when there were 3 Filipino technicians who were kidnapped in Libya. And the President again sent a delegation to Libya at the height of the civil war in Libya in order to rescue the 3 Filipino technicians who were then kidnapped at the time in 2017. Then, in the latter part of his term, there were 7 sailors who were then imprisoned in Libya for more than 2 years. And the President again sent his men to Libya to receive personally the 7 sailors who were then released by the Libyan government. Now, those were examples, my friends, of the concern of the President to the overseas Filipino workers in this country. And as I said, it was in this very ground where the President in May 2016 promised that he will create the Department of Migrant Workers, and true to his word, that department was created and is now operational. Now there is one second legacy that was left by the President, and that was the creation of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Mindanao. It was in Cotabato City in January of 2016, where he promised the people of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region of Mindanao that he will create the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region of Mindanao. And true to his word, the law, the Bangsamoro Organic Law, was enacted, and the President personally campaigned in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region of Mindanao for the approval of the law creating the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region. It is in this context where I mention the legacies of the President, because I am appealing to all the overseas Filipino workers in this country, the Filipino migrants in this workers in this country, to remember what the President has done, and for them to vote for all the candidates of the President for the Senate, because these are the candidates who can be the megaphones of our people in the House of the Senate. So, for that matter, I am appealing to all the overseas workers all over the world to support all the candidates of the President for the Senate. And for the people in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region of Coastal Mindanao, the fact that the President had created the Bangsamoro Organic Law and had personally campaigned for the approval of the law, I'm also appealing to all the people in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region of Coastal Mindanao to support the candidate of the President for the Senate. And as far as these candidates are concerned, I think we all know that all of them are qualified to represent our people in the House of the Senate. And I'm very sure that these candidates of the President will serve as the megaphones of our people in the House of the Senate. And it is for this matter that I am appealing to all overseas citizen workers all over the world, and the families of the country, and to the people in the autonomous region of Muslim Mindanao to support all the candidates of the President for the Senate. I am going to end this message with a prayer that one day we can bring the President, former President Rodrigo Duterte to the country. And for that matter, again, I would like to appeal to all the people in this country to support all the candidates of the President for the Senate. Mabuhay! Duterte! Mabuhay! Ang mga overseas Filipino workers! Mabuhay! Ang tao sa Autonomous Region of Coastal Mindanao! Mabuhay! Ang manalo ng Presidente for the Senate! We have Jimmy Bundok, a lawyer by profession, Pato de la Rosa, and Bongo. These are two members of the Senate who have done their best to follow the Senate as members of the House of the Senate.
So, galing pa po kayo na Mindanao? Oh, galing pa kayo Mindanao?
The party and the people.
Grabe no, solid no? Ito mga kapatid ng mga Muslim.
Another lawyer. Marcoleta. I think he will be one of the number one megaphone of our people in the House of the Senate. And we have Dr. Mada and Apollo Kibuloy. I had at one time talked with them for several hours. I had for me, observed his vision for our people. And we have Attorney Beck Rodriguez. Mabuhay si Beck Rodriguez. We have Salvador. These are the candidates of the President, and we will all support them. And I'm glad to say, the former members of the cabinet of the President who are here today. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Mabuhay! Allahu Akbar!